Hey! I wanted to make another video, and today's video is going to be a breakfast casserole. This is something that I like to make, and we can just kind of cut off a chunk each morning if you want to put it in a tortilla and make a breakfast burrito out of it. If you just want to throw some salsa on top of it, if you want to put it between a whole wheat English muffin or whatever you want, it's just basically good to go for any of it. So it's really good to have, and everybody can just dig out of it. What you'll need, or what I already kind of have prepared, is, I'll bring this down so you can see. In here I have 1 pound of uncured bacon that I've already cooked, and I've baked it in the oven 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, but you can use anything you want. You can use sausage, ham, whatever kind of meat you'd like in there, or no meat if you don't like any. I also have shredded up, I have about a 1.5 zucchini here, and I'm going to throw that in there as well. There, it calls for 8 ounces of cheese. I don't measure, but I just kind of took my block and shredded some cheese. I also cut up a few olives. If I had mushrooms and other things, I would throw those in there too, but I'm low and I haven't gone to the store. And then it calls for a pound of frozen potatoes, like shredded potatoes, like hash brown style. If I have potatoes at home, I will just shred, I usually have like a little baby red potatoes, and I'll just shred those and use those just straight that way. But I'm out, and I didn't want to go to the store, spend 30 minutes going to the store. So I'm just kind of going with what I have so that we can have stuff for tomorrow. You'll also need a cup of milk and 12 eggs and salt and pepper. So what we'll do, I'll bring this back down, is we are going to take our meat and we are going to add our cheese and the potatoes. I hope my bowl's big enough. And then the olives. There's only a few olives. I didn't have a whole lot. But think of it kind of like an omelet. Just throw anything that you typically like with your eggs in there, and it's totally fine. And then I also had a little bit of a yellow bell pepper, so I shredded that up too, and I'm going to throw that in there. There's a lot for this bowl, so hopefully it all works out. All right, and then you're just going to kind of mix it up. Really should have grabbed a bigger bowl. And I'll just mix it up a little bit more in the casserole dish. So I'm going to take my casserole dish and I'm going to spray it down with a spray. I use coconut spray, but you can use whatever kind you want. Just going to spray it, and I'm going to put this mixture in here. And like I said, I'm going to mix it up a little bit more just because my bowl wasn't quite big enough once I added everything together. And that looks good. I'm going to take my 12 eggs, which I already have my eggs in a bowl ready to go. And I'm just going to kind of whisk those. And then I'm going to add the 1 cup of milk. So I have my milk here. And what did I do with my measuring cup? Here it is. Set this off to the side and just whisk it together. Then you'll add your salt and pepper. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Once again, I don't typically really measure, so I'm just going to kind of put some salt and pepper in there to taste. And you can do the same. You can add more or less than what the recipe calls for. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to add pepper. And salt. And let's get a little bit more. And then you're just going to pour this mixture over your pan where everything else is. All right, now I'll bring this over here. And I'm just kind of pouring it over. And then we're just going to kind of pat it all down so that it's all even. And that looks pretty good. I currently have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. So I'm just going to throw this in there once it hits temperature, and I'm going to cook it for about an hour, and then I'm going to pull it out. You want the center to be... you just want it to be like golden brown, and you want your eggs to be completely cooked. So an hour is usually pretty good, and like I said, we just put it in the refrigerator just like this, and we'll just cut off a chunk each morning, and my husband can throw it in a container and take it with him to work. He can, like I said, grab a tortilla, warm that up, and cut off a sliver and make a little burrito out of it, whatever he wants to do. And we have breakfast for a few days ready to go, and it's already got veggies and nutrients in it, and it's a quick on-the-go breakfast. Have a good one, guys. Bye.